Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Pentiment Part 10. In the previous video we had the big trial, we got somebody killed, and now we're an old man. Or maybe not an old man, but we're an older man. 7 years into the future, we got our own little apprentice, Caspar here, who's our, I don't know. He seems cool, I guess. We're just walking around town getting to see everyone again. In the pouring rain. Okay, well, we're not seeing too much of anybody because nobody's around. Hey, the bakery got you. Okay, I was gonna say you were always nice to. Hey, what about? Okay, okay, Caspar. I promise everyone's not avoiding us. Okay. Oh, look at that. They got a thingy. I don't know what they're. I guess they're just building a house. The Wrath House construction is going smoothly. I wonder if they'll finish it before winter. I don't actually know what this is. A community hall where people meet, typically a council that governs day-to-day affairs under the authority of a lord. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Passing is lucky, it's got so much wound wart. Hey, Mr. Andreas, you've said that a few times. Tassing sure is lucky. I got so much wound. I don't know why that sign freaks the hell out. I guess it's supposed to be wind? I don't know, it like freaks the hell out. Let's see. Where haven't we gone? Guess we're supposed to go to the Drucker house. Which, I mean... Now, Drucker, who were you? Were you the guy with the printing press? You were! You're the fucker who I think actually committed the murder. Andre, he fucking knows that now I'm onto him 7 years later after getting an innocent man killed. Claus, you're not really mad, are you? No, I was mad years ago. Now I'm just annoyed. Who the hell? I don't even know who you are, dude. First Bert and Marie just after Magdalene was born. Oh. My wife always thought highly of you. Can't believe you didn't write back after I told you they'd passed. I don't know who the hell you are. Yes, you should have. Too late for that now, though. Boopy boop boo. Hello. She likes you. Your business seems to have grown. What are you printing? The 12 articles. They were originally written by Swabian peasants who were demanding changes from their okay, yeah, can I see your typeface, please? It looks kind of similar. Freedom from serfdom, freedom to hunt and use the woods as God intended. Freedom from compulsory labor. Abolition of the inheritance tax. Fair appraisal of rent. Return to property to common use and ownership. Bavaria isn't Swabia, but their complaints are just as valid for the peasants of Tassing. Former duchy in the southern Holy Roman Empire, it was reformed as the Swabian Circle in 1512. It borders Bavaria to the west, the Swiss Confederacy to the south, and Austria to the southeast. Ah, so this is Otto's cause. He's caught you already, Abbott's been squeezing the peasants for years. Now he's squeezing the townsfolk, and we're pushing back. Their cause is righteous, Andreas. If you haven't seen the Gertner's Land, you should visit them. And Otto had you print these? Yes, why? I didn't think he could read. He can, but just about everybody else... Or he can't, but just about everybody else in town can. He speaks. I print. Just trying to do my part, I suppose. Sorry. Still not in the mood for this late reunion. Come back for dinner tomorrow. You should go to the Commons. Hear what Otto has to say. It's worth hearing. Of course, I'll see you then. Be good while we're gone, Magdalene. Will you be good? Gab gab garoo. She just cast a magic spell on you. You have to— ah, what the hell? No, I didn't want you to waste the time. I wasn't really thinking that advanced time. I guess it did say that was our objective, so I should have thought that. Hey, we've never come in here. Painting of the Virgin Mary. But what does the labyrinth symbolize? Got some wise men, presumably. That devil's churning that butter. Something. Big whale putting fire in a whale's mouth. I don't know what that's supposed to be. I presume that's supposed to be the three wise men. I'm pretty sure they explicitly did not have a golden throne. Thought that was kind of like the point. But you know, whatever. Artistic interpretation and all that. Hey, we can go talk to our favorite mill guy. Okay, never mind. Roman ruins. Oh, look at that! The drawings have gotten better. Oh, we can't even... Or... Well, yeah, I would say those are better. The horse... That one's new. I think these over here are new. Got to pet the kitty cat. I guess we pet you earlier. See, I guess I was thinking time went in advance because I thought it was nighttime, but it was actually morning. Because really, I thought our objective was we were supposed to go to bed because we had gotten in and it was late at night. Stunning collection of wildflowers. Father Gano's new restrictions. The townsfolk can't even gather sticks without a fee. Well, the Willisov uses thyme and almost... yeah, that's also that guy's a little sus. I mean, I think it's possible that he killed the Baron on behalf of Matilda. I also think it's possible it was a larger conspiracy that we did not unravel. Waterfall must flow. Gravestone Lucky left flowers at 2 innocents. Yeah, I don't know. Because, I mean, it could be maybe the Baron had something to do with Lucky's kid or someone he was close to dying, and then Matilda's one of the other innocents. So maybe like Lucky and Wolisov and conspired together, but I do think the Claus guy's a little... The typeface idea. Can't get my mind off of it. The Wolisov uses time. Yeah. So, like, where am I actually supposed to go? I'm supposed to go to the town commons. Well, presumably we can't go to the Abbey, but I guess we can check. They may not let us in, but we can at least, like, go on the grounds, maybe? Have it won't let me in his house? Alright, fine. Nope. That! Maybe it's a little... Okay, that's fair. Okay, we will start heading back to town. So we want to get to, like, the lower side. No, I'm sorry, I thought you were the... No, I'm sorry, I'm just hitting the button. Martin, my best friend. You know me. We were always such good friends. You know, I called you an asshole. You told me to eat shit. Ha ha. Good times. Okay, this old lady didn't make it. Or if she did, she is not receiving visitors. Okay. I guess everybody's closed. So many people. I guess literally everybody's here. Everyone listen! We all know why we're here. Nothing I'm going to say will be a surprise. We should cut the abbot's head off. Nothing I'm going to say hasn't already been spoken behind closed doors, whispered to your neighbors. Nothing I'm going to say is untruthful, so it's time we started saying it openly. Year after year, the Abbey has found new ways to tax the peasants. Piece by piece, the Abbey has taken away our rights to use God's forest to support our families. Law after law gets heaped upon us, restrictions on how we can pay rent, limits on where we can move and who we can wed. And now the death tax, which once claimed only our best animal and garment, now takes half our estate. No consideration for widows, no consideration for children. What about the town council, the Rathouse? Surely it's a sign the abbot wishes to share his power, to listen to our grievances. Hogwash! You have a good heart, Ulrich. You always want to see the best in people. But no. The council is a way for the abbot to divide us, to pit a favored few against the many. This is not charity. No, only greed and desperation drive Father Grenot. You'd think that if the abbot could, he'd steal a dead man's soul from heaven itself. And when we protested, what did Father Grenot do? He locked the shrine of St. Moritz. He won't allow the people of this town, the farmers of this land, to pray before the relic. Now when we most need the intercession of our saint, the abbot has shut us out. Oh, that doesn't remind me, that was another possible motive for killing him, was the book that he had, right? That was supposed to have like scandalous secrets. He never really found any leads on that though. Father Grenot's actions aren't just, they aren't Christian. We've endured this abuse for too long. It's time we let the abbot know we won't take it anymore. Too right. Here, here. Yeah. This has to stop. Let's fix this. This is foolish. Soldiers are already patrolling nearby towns. If you push against the abbey, you'll incur the Duke's wrath. You could get the town razed and everyone killed. Anna's right. The Duke is a powerful force in Bavaria. You're playing a dangerous game, Otto. You ought to no match for trained soldiers. You don't relent. You'll be ground to dust like the Swabian peasants. They'll always grind you up instead, Linhart. If you're right, if there are already soldiers about. I don't know about this. I must find, we must stand for what's right. God is on our side. Well, what if the soldiers also say God's on their side? What do you do then? Don't be shy. Speak up if you have cause. We won't be overrun. The peasants of Salzburg were able to take the city and have their cause heard. If the people can get the Archbishop of Salzburg to listen to them, then we can do the same with the abbot. Mr. Andreas, do you think my family in Salzburg is alright? I don't know. How rich are you, Caspar? Alright. Enough is enough. We can't stand by while the abbot continues treating us poorly. People all over Swabia are taking back their God-given rights. Why shouldn't we do the same? A righteous cause. Martin's right. We deserve better. We can do this. Well spoken, Martin. Everyone ought to consider what he said. Martin has proven dependable these last few years. Didn't you insult him? Like, a few hours ago? But if the words of men can't persuade you, perhaps a sign from the greater power will. The abbot may have locked us out of our saint's shrine, but God has shown me that he is with us. Oh, you're going to have to take me my word on that, though. I think that's all I should say for now. Thank you for coming. Good day, Andreas. Hey, Claus! Love to see you again. Hello, Andreas. I'm surprised to see you after your long absence from Tassing. At this rate, we thought we'd never see you again. Well, you know, after all these years, you look as lovely as ever. Andreas, please. I'm married now. Are you? Of course, Eva, whatever you require. You haven't changed a day, have you? We're depressed. This is our only outlet. Ah, you found the gardeners. Speech was very rousing, Otto. I swear they get better each time. Hope the Duke doesn't catch word of this, Otto. The town could suffer for it. We're past the point of carrying, Mahler. If you were in our position, you'd understand that. I mean, I agree, but they will murder you. And nobody will remember you. I mean, I'm just concerned. It's appreciated, but we know the risks. Oh. Understood why many people hate the abbot, disobeyed the abbot to get Otto's help for the dig, suggested someone should do something about unjust laws, stood your ground when Matthew approached the grave. Hey, look at that. Otto, did you really see a sign from God? Is that true? It is, Andreas, I swear. Come talk to me later. I'll tell you what I can, alright? Anyway, Andreas, you and yours should come by the house for supper. We'd be delighted to have you. Sounds good to you, Caspar? Yes, Master Andreas, I'm starving. The table is a little sparse, so we'll be sure to feed you well. Thank you, we'll see you there. My time. Please, it's so sick. Go to the Gertners for supper. No! I'll talk to my big buddy. Andreas, you're back in Tassing. Just for a few days, I wanted to pay my respects to Brother Piero. Oh yes, Brother Piero, what a talent with color. Sorry, Andres. He was a sweet old man. I talked to him sometimes on my break up at the Abbot. Or Abbey. Surprised Prior Fenwick didn't give you an earful. Well, you know. Was it before or after? Well, he did before the, unpleasantness. I'm sure you knew it shook up things at the Abbey for a while. Brother Guy made it clear I wasn't welcome at Curacao when I arrived, so yes. For what it's worth, you're still welcome at Tassing anyway. Matthew's prior now. Still strict, but a bit quieter about it. Well, I mean, technically, Matthew's always struck me as quite pious. True, you wouldn't think piety would be uncommon in an abbey, but with Father Grenot? Are you... Oh yeah, no, the abbot sucks. Are you in with the peasants? Well, of course. Grenot's been running them into the ground. On top of that, we can't even use the forest anymore. I mean, that's pretty fucked up. Any of us used to be able to go fishing in there. Not anymore. Well, I hope things don't get bloody. Bloody? No one wants that, Andreas. I mean, they will. We're not gonna get anywhere by keeping quiet. Well, I hope it goes well for you. Pray for us, will you? We could use St. Moritz's help right now. Andreas, how's the married life been treating you? After you left here and returned to Nuremberg, I take it you were married. Marriage is a legal requirement? I mean, I'm not really surprised by that, but I'm slightly surprised by that. Yep. Ah, yes, of course. These obligations seldom reach a small town like ours. I imagine it would apply to me as well if I got far enough. Hope the married life has treated you well. Well, imagine that was you're at the job interview. You're doing well, you're kicking ass, you're answering all the questions good, and they say, hey, do you have a wife and or husband? If you said no, they immediately just like shot you in the head. I fear it's never going to happen. I don't know. Do we think Andreas's married life is shit? I mean, I think it seems in character for him to the marriage to not really go that well. Come on, Andreas can't be kept down by a single lady. His spirit can't be tethered in one place. But nah, we'll play it. We won't make a decision on that yet. Not a single person has caught your eye. But at the same time, I don't want Andreas to be the type of guy that's like, oh, my bitch wife. Nah, we're better than that. Well, when I was in Innsbruck a few years ago, I saw a real pretty girl at the market selling painted pots. Think about her sometimes. Maybe more than is Christian. You need to go back to Innsbruck, find that pretty girl, get you a burlap sack, you know? Bring her back. What's she gonna do? She's got no rights. What, as long as her family can't track her down, I mean, they might care, but... Life is too short to spend dreaming about loves you could have had. Trust me. Seriously, it's really easy, Andres. You seem to feel strongly about this, Andreas. But it sounds foolish. Juvenile, you might say. Hey, I may not have found true love, but that doesn't mean you can't. Are you not happy with your life, Andreas? I'm not. But this isn't about me, it's about you. Oh, matchmaker. Convince Indris to find a sweetheart. Damn true. Well, if I ever have the chance to get back to Innsbruck, maybe I will. There's something to look forward to after all. Thank you, Andreas. You're a man of inspiration. Seriously, I can get you the burlaps. I don't even feel good joking about that. Until then, I know I'm laughing when I say that, so it sounds like I'm being insincere, but... Hey, you want to have some bread and not think about all that fucked up shit I just said? Hey, you still got her hat. Hello, Master Andreas. God bless you, Andreas. Hey, I'm glad you didn't lose it after all. It's kind of mad. Thankfully, you returned to Tassin after so long. We prayed so fondly for you after you left. Let's see. Hope your prayers offset the abbot. He's not as fond of me as the rest of Tassing. Andreas, I'm sure the abbot prays for your wellness, even if you left on poor terms. No, he doesn't. There's no way he specifically prays for us. Maybe like prays for like all of humanity, and he doesn't specifically say except for that fucking guy Andreas. And now God has allowed you to return. Perhaps God has provided an opportunity for the two of you to reconcile. I mean, maybe. I mean, I'll talk to the abbot. You're commanded to do so, just as Paul said. Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other just as Christ God forgave you. Look, there's a few people in Tassin who could use that advice. Ah, that's right. You were at Otto's speech earlier. Yes, Tassin's peasants are struggling, and even now we townsfolk are pinched by the abbot's new restrictions. Don't worry about my husband. He's getting too involved with the whole business. Well, I don't know. Because on one hand, yeah, being silent ain't gonna fix shit. On the other hand, they will kill you all. And it like won't even be like a big deal. But, I mean, he's doing the right thing. And if you all get murdered because you spoke up, it's not Otto's fault. It's the people who murder you's fault. That's what Orich says, too. I love my husband. Sometimes I worry that he focuses too intently on the details. He does not see that he may be both prudent and Christian. I pray that I am not acting selfishly, but the abbot's taxes have affected us, too. What about Anna's future? Ulrich has been offering credits to Peter for years, which I've accepted, but now offering credit to Peter. We can only bake so much bread a week before we go hungry ourselves. Can you talk to him, Andreas? I'll talk to him, but I can't promise I'll do anything. God bless you, Andreas. That's all I ask. Think she's gonna steal our new hat? Hey, Lucky. I know those I said that shit about you maybe murdered somebody, but like I was just trying to investigate, man. I don't got anything against you. You just took it too personally. Oh, so you're mad that somebody said you were a murderer? You're gonna squirt some? I came to visit the grave of Brother Pierre and pay my respects. Friend, Didn't mind him. Was a proper Christian. He was a kind man. God rest his soul. Hope God gives us some peace too. Troubled times. Assume you're referring to Otto's speech. Won't end well. Life's getting harder for everyone, but if this shit goes on, there'll be backlash. A bloody one. I don't like the abbot coming for my fishing rights, but I'll make do. I'm not gonna say they're complaining too much. I'm not sure if their lives are comparable to ours. I work for my wages like any man, Andre. I don't know why I said ours. We work, we don't complain. I guess because we're technically both artisans. We work, don't complain. It's not Christian. I suppose. How's your family doing during these troubled times? They're fine. Agnes is fine. Brigitte and Martin are fine. Martin's become far more responsible as a man after his return. Never mind. Raise eyebrow quizzically. Yeah. Come on, maybe you got more forthright. I don't even know who the hell this is. Wolf? Oh. Well. I'm more in the bore all these years later. I didn't even know you had a kid. Oh no, was that their kid? I don't really know who you're Brigitte's dad. So is Wolf your grandson, or did you have another kid? I don't actually know. I hope you take up my mantle. I wanted to pass on my knowledge and trade. Sorry, Lucky. Yeah. Perhaps Brigitte will have... Okay, it's his grandson. Perhaps Brigitte will have another one. While I live, she's happy enough with Martin. I'd love to hear the patter of small feet again, a boy to hold a chisel and mallet. Little stonemason, making his grandfather proud. I mean, suppose it's up to Brigitte and Martin. Yeah, life begets life. Enough idling now. Got things to do. Until later, Andres. Until then. What up? Andres, how good is it to see you again? What are you talking about? You fucking wouldn't let me eat dinner with you. I guess time heals all wounds, you know? And who's this? I guess as long as you didn't actually, like, get his ass killed. They just treat it as, or, like, formally accuse him or anything. They don't keep the antagonistic relationship. Which kind of makes sense, but it's also, like, I understand why you wouldn't want to do that. It's, like, extra work to have, like, an extra state to have to consider about whether or not you're on friendly terms with dude. Hello. What a hale-looking boy. And you, Andres, you look very well. Why are you back in Tassing? Yeah, you came to pay my respects. Of course, I'm sure the brothers appreciated that. Well, actually. The last few years have been difficult for everyone. We've lost so many. I heard Bert and Maria passed. Tragic. Yes, poor Claus. Hope you've stopped in to talk to him. He sent you letters. Yeah. Anyway, I won't unburden you with all Tassing's troubles. It's been good to see you again, and Andreas. Till later. Till then. So where do they want me to go again? I already forgot. I guess I'm going to the Abbey. They want me to go... Oh no, I'm supposed to go to the Gardeners. I don't know why the Abbey was marked. Like there was something new. I mean, they did say we're supposed... When are we supposed to go to the Abbey? Okay, I guess because of... They mentioned it, but it's not like a quest or anything. Maybe it's something we're supposed to do tomorrow. God bless you, Andres. Bless you, Master Mauler. Oh man, Paul, you got fucking old. He's only been 7 years. Hello, Master Mauler. Hey, Paul. Meet Casper, my assistant, or Caspar. Hello. You work with Master Mauler? Have you done real art? I guess. I'm doing sketches of Tassing while we're here. All art created from the artist's heart is real art, Paul. You don't need fancy paints or canvas to be an artist. Think so? Yeah. I mean, it can be real art, but it also is up to other people to determine if it's any good. You have no say. Sure. How's your art going? Shh. Oh, we're attacking here. Right. How's the art going? I've been practicing a lot more. Claus even showed me a big book full of prints. He said they used a technique called wood cutting. Have you ever done wood cutting, Master Mauler? No, I spent most of my time learning the finer techniques of oil painting. I wish Dad could change his mind about art. Hey, maybe one day. I hope so. I mean, maybe if you can, you know, you strike it rich. That money usually changes everybody's mind when it comes to that. Oh, you shouldn't waste your time on that. Oh, wait, you're making money. Never mind. Actually, we're really supportive. Just get back to helping my dad. See you later, Master Mauler. Which, granted, I mean, a lot of times that's just like genuine concern that like you don't want your kid or whatever wasting their life on something that's, you know, not economically viable. Welcome back to Tassing. What, you don't recognize me, Andreas? Linhart Miller. The town miller. Right. You're just kind of an asshole. You look well, not stuck with the Gertners again, looking like that, are you? Gertners are lovely people, Linhart. I don't want to burden them. I'll only be here a few days. Whatever you say. You got such a curious fascination with the peasants. Probably because you don't have to deal with them as often as the rest of us. Anyway, you should come by sometime. I'm sure we'll have a lot to discuss. Good day, Andreas. I actually didn't want to say good day, but... Is it Linhart's gun? I already went down here, but... One of these days, Caspar. I'm telling you. Ruins are important. I already pet you, kitty cat. You will not get another pet, not from me. Mm-hmm. 1 second. Need to reply to this. Alrighty. Caspar, they still hate me. Thought maybe somebody be standing outside at least that I could chat with. Have a little discussion, a little reminiscing, but no. See, Caspar, you do the right thing and get probably innocent guy murdered, and what do? Discriminate against you over it. Ridiculous. I mean, to be fair, it's the Archdeacon who made the case. I'm just was being his defense lawyer. If the Archdeacon was sensible, it would have been like, there's not really enough evidence to go one way or the other. Therefore, I will not murder anybody today. But he said, actually, I love the blood of the innocent. Scrumptious. We can't just not murder anyone. We've already got the executioner here. You crazy? Somebody's got to die. I don't even care who did anything. If I don't see somebody's head chopped off in the town square before sunset, I don't know what I'll do with myself. We're the good guys. Hello, Master Molly. You're looking well. Thank you, Smokey. How are you? I got every type of cancer. I'm well enough, I guess. Vladislav went away a few years ago, which I suppose is bound to happen. Glad I didn't eat with his ass. Didn't spend any time knowing him. I miss the company sometimes, but there's no one to keep me from my gossip. No one wants to tell it to either. Hey, I'm always partial to a few tidbits of information. Half of the ears and testing will be burning by the end, Master Mahler. Fuck, you were a gossip. I should have eaten with them. And nearly all of them in the Abbey. Oh? I did see another Imperial Reichspot courier from the Abbey a few days ago, or Reichspost. A private mail service run by Thurin and Taxis families approved by the Holy Roman Empire. From the Abbey a few days ago. Brother Guy dropped the bag once. It looked heavy. The Abbey must doing better than the Abbots letting on. Does that happen often? Yeah, once or twice a month. But what the Abbot's been saying about the Abbey struggling. Doesn't help that the Abbot has tightened restrictions to so close to St. John's Eve too. Townsfolk get all up to sorts of mischief, man. I remember those days. Oh, this was in green text. This is in green text, I gotta say it. I'd wager Johann and Ket will find some corner to play in again. Okay. It's practically tradition at this point. Veronica and Brigitte might go out for a midnight dip by the waterfall too. They've been swimming out there for years. Everyone's getting clever, trying to stay out from the Abbot's eye. Rightly so, he's an ass. I didn't see him in the town commons during Otto's speech. Weren't you standing with the peasants? There was a speech? Shit. I wasn't invited. Well, the cause doesn't really affect me, does it? I'm as worried as anyone about soldiers rushing through here, but the new taxes and restrictions don't really bother me. I understand why they're upset, but I've been doing fine out here with less than they have. Nothing will change for me if they get their way. Man, I see. Ah, well, enough of that. Thanks for stopping by. See you later, Smokey. Until then, I mean, you know, maybe you should have some class solidarity, but I get it. You're also kind of being excluded. That came across to me more as like almost resentful that he wasn't. But granted, I guess he's exempt from some of that stuff, right? Like, I mean, he's in the forest. They must have some sort of exception. Let's see. Where else haven't we gone? I think we've gone almost everywhere. We can go to Martin and them. Andreas Mahler. Hey, Ket. Well, would you look at that? You are back in Tassing. Sometimes it's the simplest words that confuse. And look at you, you've done well for yourself. And who's this? Ket, please meet Caspar, my apprentice. Hello. He's got the posture of an artist, that's sure. Good strong face, though. I do. What brings you back to Tassing, Andreas? Just passing through on my way back to Nuremberg. Actually, my friend, my brother Piero. Saw Martin earlier. Must say I was surprised to see him. That's right. He disappeared when you were last in town. Franz passed a few winters ago. Fuck you! I mean, sorry your husband died, but also fuck you! And Wolof, Brigitte and I nearly lost the farm and our minds. Martin returned shortly after, and he's proved to be a changed man. A good man. Did he also come back with a bunch of money he got from pawning off all the Baron stuff? Saved us some destitution. Condolence. Well, no, I don't give a shit about that guy. I was wondering where Wolof was. I'm sorry. I mean, I wasn't really wondering because I already knew, but I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry. There's nothing to say, is there? He was a good boy, sweet little good boy. The stars dimmed when he passed. But that was years ago now. Try not to dwell on it. Be strong for Brigitta and find solace in the knowledge he's with God now. Times may be hard and taxing right now, but God truly does answer our prayers. I'm glad you and your family are well, Cat, despite everything. Thank you, Andreas. It's good to see you again, even in the midst of such terrible times. Till later, Cat. Andreas Mahler, good to see you again after all these years. Is that true? Because I'm pretty sure the last word you told us was to eat shit. I'm surprised he'd say that. Your parting words to me back then were hardly kind. Were they? Been so long I don't remember. It was pretty rude. Well, sorry for being such an asshole back then. It's nothing to feel bad about. I just wanted to, bring it up because I'm holding a grudge. What happened to you anyway? Oh, right. I stole some of the Baron's things. Didn't make it far with them. Tried to sell them in Walgau, and I got robbed. Serves me right, I guess. Luckily, they didn't find the coins I was carrying. The money carried me around Bavaria for another month and a half. And I started stealing. Grew bigger and more confident over time, became a highwayman. You were a bandit? Hard to believe, I know, but yes. Anyway, didn't last long. Eventually got scared out of it. Had a partner for the last year of my adventures. We tried to rob some Italians. We thought they were merchants traveling under the banner of St. George. 2nd century Praetorian Guard and patron saint of England. He's most well known for his legendary victory against a dragon. See? Look at him. He's only got 2 arms because, shut up. We don't know what dragons look like. They were not. They were soldiers guarding the property of an Italian bank. Partner didn't survive the encounter. I was wounded and alone in the wilderness. Thought of my father, my mother, Brigitta. Realized I couldn't remember Wolof's face anymore. Had to come back and take up the responsibilities I'd left behind. I mean, I suppose it's good that you stopped robbing people. You may be right. Mom and Brigitta couldn't run the farm after Dad died. Maybe it's for the best that he wasn't here when I got back. Yeah, he probably would have killed you. It's all in the past now. Just need to look forward. Hey, it's a good attitude. Well, it's quite a speech you gave at the Commons. He needs support. Townsfolk is committed to opposing the abbot. They have less to gain and more to lose if the abbot chooses to get the Duke involved. Anyway, I have to get back to work. Good talking to you, Andreas. Till later. Hello, Andreas. Hey, Brigitta, how are you? I'm as well as anybody can be in Tassin right now. Well, no wonder with Martin back in town. Well, I don't know if that's supposed to be an insult or not. Things are going well for you. Martin returned after all. Yes, the winter without him was excruciating. Lost little Wolof, and Kat was worried that she'd lose the farm after Franz died. But then Martin returned, and he's provided well for us ever since. Despite the tightening restrictions we've gotten by, I'm thankful. Sorry to hear about Wolof. Thank you, I'm trying to think about it. Not regretfully. Kat wants to talk about him all the time, you know? Any night there's clear skies, she looks up and asks if I ever wonder how he is up there. That must be excruciating. It is. Sorry, Andreas, I can't talk about this anymore. Alright, well, is that a good idea? Why didn't you think she wanted to talk about her dead son? I mean, it's just pain. I mean, are you trying to hurt her? Does it feel good hurting the wound? What the fuck? I was trying to be kind. Does she seem like she's gifted with a kindness? Hey, I'm gonna be honest. Real talk. You're completely allowed to be sad at thinking of your dead kid. 100%. You're completely justified in that. You can't be mad at me for saying sorry when I learned the news. You don't want someone to talk to you about it. That's why you don't mention it. I can't take this anymore. You can. You say these things even though reminding inflicts immense pain. Well, I mean, it doesn't necessarily. But grandmother's fine. Everybody mourns in different ways. We say these things because it's the only way through. Oh, I'm gonna hit you with a dot, dot, dot. Can't stay in here forever, you know. Sorry I brought him up. You didn't know. It's alright. It's been good to see you again. I should be going. See you later. I don't know. Somebody pays their respects, offers you their condolences. They're not trying to be hurtful. Now, if they keep bringing it up every time you meet or something, or if you say, hey, I don't really want to talk about it, and they keep talking about it, yeah, that's unkind, but, you know. Well, she mentioned that he died first, so it's not like I came up and say, hey, I heard your son died. Don't lecture me. Hey, Andreas. Heard a rumor you were back in town. Hello, Hans. Meet Kaspar, my apprentice. Hello. Hello, you from Nuremberg like Andreas? I'm from Salzburg. Is that very far from here? I mean, it's not as far as Nuremberg. Not too far, I think. A few days to the east on horseback. I've never been outside of Tassing. Or ridden a horse. I'm not gonna call it a shithole. Hey, Tassing's... I mean, I wish there was a middle option. Because this is a lie, and this is just rude. I guess. Some of the men in town say it would be better if the Abbey weren't around. Well, you would have to, yeah, I mean, you're not gonna self-govern. That's out of the damn question, okay? They ain't ready for that shit. I mean, what do you think? I don't know. It would be nice to have a change. Be careful what you wish for. Change does not come peacefully in the Empire. I guess we'll see. Till then, Hans. Andreas Mahler, didn't expect to see you back in Tassing. Look like you done well for yourself. Thanks. And how have you been? Things went well for a while after you left. Widow Kemprin lost her land and the abbot let us work it. Brother's heart gave out not long after that, but then Martin came back to help work the yard, land. Even so, it's been hard to keep up with the abbot's demands, the taxes, and everything else. Seems like a lot of people are upset with the abbot these days. They got good reason to be. I know you didn't get on well with the man either. Father Matthias never let things get this bad. Anyway, good to see us, Andreas. Even if you are just passing through. Till later. I'm sure I'll get caught up in another scheme. Brother Georg! Nah, he's not here. Okay, well, I think that's pretty much everywhere. Now, we actually do need to call it. So, we will go to the Gertner house and eat some scrumptious, maybe some rye bread. Yes, our favorite. Unless they can't afford it, then we'll have regular bread. I don't know. Is rye more expensive in these days? I mean, I presume, because it's not just called bread, it's got a special name. It means it's, you know, not as normal as just bread. Caspar, we should end the video before I reveal my ignorance on 16th century bread. I don't even really know that much about current bread, if I'm being completely honest. Goodbye!